Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? So this is going to be my second video today. You're going to have both of them up today. My first video was the ipsy unbagging, which I wasn't that thrilled about, but there's a few cool things in there and I'm pretty excited to use it. So one of the items I'm going to be using is the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Yellow Primer right here. I'm going to try that out. I did already try out the Jersey Shore Cosmetics Peppermint Moisture Rich Hydrating Balm for, under my eyes, around my nose. I explained that all in the video. I'm probably going to try out the Nomad Highlighter I got, the Lashaholic Lashes from BoxyCharm, I'm sorry. I'm going to be trying out two new foundations because I did try them out once already separately and then once together, and I like the combination of these two foundations together. So this is the Revlon Candid foundation right here, and I got that in the shade Tawny. And then I got the Joa Truly Yours Natural Finish Foundation Drops from K-Beauty. That's in the shade Natural Beige, and this is a Korean beauty brand, and if you didn't know, I think most people know about it. But what I actually realized on here is if you read through the back, it's made by the brand Kiss, which does, makeup, nails, stuff, things like that. A few makeup products at least. See it right there. So I guess, I don't know, that's confusing to me because I thought since it's Korean, it would be a Korean brand, but maybe Kiss is, so I'm not sure. I also got the Candid Concealer, which I really like. I have used it twice now, and I actually like this better than most concealers. It does not crease under my eyes, and that's very rare. Like, normally it dries out or it creases after a little while, and this really didn't, so I was very shocked at it. I also got the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Concealer, and I got it in a shade lighter for underneath my eyes and, to brighten up like my forehead, my chin, whatever. And I got it in a shade darker, which will be good for like a cream contour because in the wintertime my face gets way too dry to be able to do so many powders. So I will cream contour more in the winter than I do in the summer, so I have them. I'll be using both of them. I already tried this on camera, the Rimmel Stay Matte. I really like this, and I love the color. And I'm also going to be using the same palette that I've been using, the one for the giveaway, the Morphe 35M, which you see it's gotten lots of love. There's little handprints all over it, mostly from my daughter. But I had a request to do a look with the pinks. So there are a few pink shades in here, not too many. They're more of like reddish pink tones. So I'm going to dip into them, maybe mix this with the purple to make like a different tone. I'll figure it out when I get there, but yeah, so, and I said the Lashaholic Lashes, I'm going to try to make the video short. It might be hard with putting these on, but, I'll edit what I have to. I'm going to start with the MAC Prep and Prime. I've never used it before. Ooh, I think that was way too much, but nothing I can do about that. And like I said, this has it says Radiant Yellow, so it has like a yellowish tone to it here. I don't know what that's going to do on my face, but kind of have a lot on my hand. I mean, I don't notice a yellowing in my skin at all from it, so it's not really, really yellow toned. It does have that silicone-y slip feel with the feel of, like, a moisturizer. There it is. Now, what I do for my foundations is I'm mixing two foundations. I'm sorry, I might be struggling with my straps all day. I don't like my bra strap hanging out in the videos. I just can't help it. This one just don't agree. For my foundation, I'm mixing them on my little mixing tray I have right here. It's like a little paperweight magnifying glass, but I use it to mix my foundations on, or just to put my foundation on in general. So I'm going to put a few drops of this, because it's very, like you can see, it's very liquidy. It's literally like runny water, but I like it because it's more hydrating than a lot of other stuff. The Rimmel has a pump on it. See that? This is actually a thicker consistency. Very thick consistency. It's hard to even get out sometimes. They're basically the same color. I think the The Revlon is a little bit lighter than the Joa, but alright, my beauty blender is barely wet. I didn't set up that well, I should have done that. I have this water spray I got from TJ Maxx. It's a hydrating facial mist, Play It Cool, and it's literally water in an aerosol can almost. So, lash glue went flying. I'll have to get that in a couple minutes. So I'm just mixing the foundations together. I'll dot it on my face. I think it's a little light for my skin. I'm not sure. Probably. I'm terrible at color matching sometimes. But I also tried to get more... I did try to aim for a little bit lighter of a color. Because, you know, wintertime's coming and I am going to be lighter. But... try to blend this out. I'll probably cut some of this out for you so you're not stuck watching a really long, crazy long video. Now that my foundation's on, you can see, I mean, it is quite a bit lighter than my skin, but I can bronze it up. I'd rather go lighter with foundation than darker, because when you go darker, you can, like, really crazy see it. Like, my face almost matches my neck, so, I mean, I guess that's a plus, but it does not match my, you know, rest of my skin. I don't even wear sunblock, really. Like, I don't understand why my neck and face are so much lighter, but anyway, for concealer, I'm going to be using the Revlon Candid Concealer. Like I said, I really like this stuff. It's an amazing concealer for me, personally, and I even prefer it over my Tarte Shape Tape, so I did get this in quite a light color, but I figured since that was lighter, I had to get lighter. I'm not going to use too much of it. And the doe foot on this is actually different than most of them, so I'll show you that in a second. It actually has like a ball in the end almost. There you go. It's like bent with a ball on it. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to mix in some of the Rimmel Lasting Breathable Finish. It has like this little ball spoolie thing, or not spoolie, has like a sponge on the top of it, but I kind of just like express some of it out and then just throw it in there to put more coverage where I need it. I don't want all this to be too light either, so. There we go. So I'm just going to blend that in, starting with these areas first and then under my eyes. It blends out so easily, both of these concealers. The Revlon one especially. I'm actually going to put this on my eyes too, as my primer. I know it looks a little crazy light underneath my eyes. I really wish I went with one shade darker, but like I said, I'll darken it all up. It's not really that big of a deal. For setting powder, I'm just going to be using, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. What am I thinking? My cream contour. So the way I cream contour with concealer, especially one like this, just squeeze a little bit up onto the little ball, and then just make the line. And I go a little bit higher. I actually learned this. Oh, someone flying out my shirt. Wonderful. I learned this from Nicole Concealio because, you know, when you contour, when you're cream contouring, you don't want to bring it down too far. So if you bring it up a little bit higher, it also helps the bronzing. So I kind of put it right on my cheekbone, just like she does. And then I put a little bit up here. Man, I'm not too neat with it. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And I'll just take the extra and put it down here. And then a little bit on my nose, not too much, because I've learned that this can go bad very easily. Put little creases right there. I think the only cream contour I've successfully done good for my nose is the Cover FX darkening drops that I have. I'm just going to use my same blender and just, when I blend this, you know, I just kind of try to keep it in the same area and just tap it up and down. And then I go back and forth, and it just gives me a little bit of his hand over there, basically, you know, where the darker spots should be in a contour. I mean, it's not too bad for a concealer. It's the way I like to do it personally. And then up here I just try to get it in, you know, as close to my hairline. And then I bring it down. I just try to make sure I blend it in here too, so I don't have any lines. So it just gave me a nice little bronze here. And then, you know, it's down here afterwards. So that's not too bad. It keeps me from having to use too much bronzer. Like I said, I can't use that much powders in the winter time. I use more, you know, creams or liquid bronzing, concealing, all that stuff. I'm going to use a little bit of Coty Airspun powder. Just make sure I have no creasing. I tell you, this stuff really actually works really good. The only place it creases at all on me is on my eyelids. In the creasing of my eyelids. But underneath my eyes, it doesn't really crease at all. Sorry, my dirty mirror. My kids like to come in, especially my youngest, my 8-year-old. She likes to come in and get into my makeup, so most of my stuff ends up getting all messy, and I don't know it before a video. And then I'll hold up a mirror, and it's like, you know, fingerprints everywhere. It doesn't matter how many times you say, stay on mommy's makeup, they don't care. And I feel bad even saying, you know, stay on makeup. There's just certain things she knows she can't touch. One of them being this Morphe palette, but she continuously likes to swatch it. I'm so stupid sometimes. I did not blend out my nose contour. It was so light I barely realized it. I'm just going to tap it in a little bit. I'm going to do too much. How many of you guys realized that I didn't blend that in when I put it on? So I'm just trying to spread the little bit of powder that was on the brush all around all the areas I concealed. I don't want to use too much at all. And I'm actually avoiding all of my areas I contoured with the darker color because I want to go over that with this it's like a darker face powder, but it'll be kind of like a bronzer on me today. Blend it around. Now a lot of people will be like, oh no, definitely, you know, set them, you know, the contours and stuff first, it'll get muddy, this and that. But when you use a face powder like I'm going to, here it is. This is the Manicadar Step 2. I got this in an Ipsy a while ago. I think this is like the biggest product I ever got from Ipsy. Sorry about the strap again. And you can see it's just like a tan face powder. And I'm just going to dip into it lightly. And then set this over top of my cream contour. And that'll set that for me. I'm sorry guys, I'm so stuffy right now and I don't know why. I'm not sick, I'm actually feel good. Just stuffy. I guess maybe allergies. I didn't think there was allergies in the wintertime. There we go. Now you see how it, you know, that set that cream contour for me, and it gave me a little bit of a bronze, but it's not quite a crazy dark bronzer. That's what I was going for. It actually worked for once, so I'm pretty proud of myself right now. So I was debating between two different blushes today. I've been using the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Party. That one. But then I have this Note blush, and for everything else I'm going for, I don't know if it's going to be too strong, so maybe I'm going to mix the two. I'm debating. Oh, I don't want it to be a big mess. I'm going to try it lightly first with a real fluffy, this is kind of like a bronzer contour brush. I know this Note one is so pigmented, it's crazy. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. They actually do look good together. There you go. Alright, I don't want to go too overboard with it. It looks good now, I just might as well stop. Alright, so I'm going to set this and then I'll move on to everything else. And my Morphe setting spray, the bottle actually broke for some reason. So I actually took it and I put it into my MAC Fix Plus bottle. Like you can just pull the top off and it'll leak out. So I put it into that. So now I have my Morphe setting spray in my MAC Fix Plus bottle. Alright, so I'm going to let that settle. Alright, so now for my brows, I'm going to attempt to use this one here that I got from Ipsy, the Scone Brow Wand in the shade Chocolate. Let me spoolie my brows up. Alright. So I'm terrified of these triangle ones. I really am. I'm gonna take my mirror off that. Wipe off the little handprints. I have my other brow products handy just in case. Because I am definitely not a brow expert. My brows are finally growing and I'm excited about that. But I'm not a brow expert. Nowhere's close. Try drawing the little hairs in there. Which, surprisingly, it's actually doing good for drawing the little hairs. Just use a little tip on it. First mistake. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work for doing the shaping. At least I'll draw in the front. That's definitely a brow product gone wrong. These triangles, I don't get it. Like, if somebody knows how to use these and can explain to me how to use these, please let me know, because these triangles, like, drive me insane. What a mess. Alright, I'm going back to my brush. I can't. I mean, it's nice. I like the product itself. But for me, I can't shape my brows with a triangle. Let me see. I hope I didn't waste too much time. I'm going to go back to my e.l.f. pomade here. And my little, this is actually the Milani brush that comes with their pomade, but I got it too light. And the shade wound up being like a mustard yellow. And I don't understand who has mustard yellow eyebrows, but if you do, I'm sorry. I just didn't think that shade would match for anybody. Sorry, I get out of breath when I do my brows because I like hold my breath. Guess guess it's the best I'm really getting today. I did get a new brow setting gel. Alright, it's not too bad, I guess. And I am going to use that. It has a little bit of color to it, so I'm not too worried about making my brows like dark, because that will help me with the shade. My neighbors are outside. That's wonderful. It's like as soon as I start filming, you know, traffic gets crazy and the neighbors want to come outside, and it's just my luck. Nothing I can really do about it. So this is the LA Colors Browy Wowie Brow Gel, and it's a tinted brow gel. This is just in the shade brown, I think, or brunette. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is in the shade light. I think this would be too dark for somebody with blonde hair, unless they like darker eyebrows, but I always scrape the extra off because this is a thicker, like you can see it on there, it's a very thick consistency, but it is a very nice brow gel and I really like it, and I think it's comparable to the Gimme Brow by Benefit. I mean, it's not perfect, so, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody who loves that, because that's one of my favorites too, but this is comparable to it. And this would be comparable to the shade 3. Comparable? Comparable? I don't know. You know what I mean. So, to me, this is almost exactly the same as the shade 3. Oops. Here we go. And even the spoolie is a nice little spoolie on there. I have an extra in case I need a smaller one at any time, but I'll spoolie through these once it's a little bit drier. So I'm going to dip into this Morphe palette. I've already set my eyes, of course, you know. And as my first transition, I'm going to, I don't even know. Alright, so I guess I'm going to start out with like a light brown, one of these two shades, probably this one here. And I'm going to start out on a fluffy blending brush. Right, no. Use my Alamar Cosmetics fluffy brush. I'm going to dip into the shade here just to get some kind of color down. I'm going to bring this up high, so, you know, no need to be neat with it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do 2 giveaways in 1 month, but I am going to be doing a giveaway again soon. I'll probably do not the end of December. I'll probably do like a January giveaway with the James Charles palette as soon as I order them, whenever they launch. I think they launch tomorrow. But so now I'm going to go into this shade right here, even though it's kind of dark to start with. It's the main color I was asked to use, basically. I'm going to bring this in right here. And I'm bringing it in kind of light to start, and then I'll deepen it down lower. It's just to get that first pink shade in. Alright. So now I'm going to take a smaller brush. Where is it? There it is. And this is one of our new brushes we got from BoxyCharm. This is the Lexi 121 mini taper brush, the tiny one. And I'm going to dip that into the same one here, this pinky red shade. But I'm going to focus this mostly into my, like exactly into my crease. And a little bit lower. My whole outer V, and then bring this into my crease. Sorry, I'm trying not to block you. Maybe I should zoom these in a little bit. I don't want to zoom you in too far. There we go. That way maybe you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So that's what I have so far. I'm kind of going to stamp this in right here. And then bring this directly into my crease. I'm going to switch brushes here. So this is the Luxie 131 mini angled brush right here. And I'm going to dip that into that same shade. But because this brush is angled and it's thin, it'll get right into the crease a little bit better. It fits in there perfectly. I'm going to bring it from the inner corner all the way around. Bring it up. There's that there. Alright, so I did the same thing on the other eye here as I did with this one. So just has to go up a little bit further. I always like, you know, bring it out a little bit so it's not, I want it to look cohesive, not like there's like sharp, you know, lines. Excuse me. So I'm going to try to bring the next color that's kind of like a pinky color right here. There's not too many pinks in here. It does look a lot pinker on camera. But it's going to be this shade right here. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit higher in my crease. I'm not going to do too much more with it because I don't want to ruin it. I think it looks nice right now. There with my brow powder. I'm sorry, I'm just using that same Luxie brush. The like blender one, sorry. Concentration. Now these aren't like vibrant pinks. I mean they are, but you'd really have to, I don't know. They're kind of, these are like deeper pinks. They're not really like vibrant. They're more like a fuchsia. So, see I brought it all the way into the inner corner. I want it to be like very dominant there. I am going to use a mix of, I'm going to use two different shimmers for my eyelid. And I'm not going to cut my crease. I don't feel like I have to with these shadows. Decisions. What shade do I want to use? So I think I'm going to use two different shades for my eyelid. I'm going to use this one here, which is like a pinky shade, because this one's too peachy. And then I'm going to use this one for like the inner corner area, and I'll use that for the outer. Sorry, that one for the outer. Forgot I zoomed. I'm going to use my new flat shader brush I got from Ipsy. There it is right here. So I'm just going to try to use it dry first. I'm going to dip into that pinky toned shimmer, and I'll put this out here. See, these colors are like crazy pigmented. Like with Morphe, sometimes I feel it's hit or miss, but most of the time it's hit for me. Like, and I'm not saying that to get affiliate links or anything like that. Like, I genuinely love Morphe shadows, most of them. There are some that I don't care for, just like any product. You know, you can love one and not the next. So, if they keep the same formula, like they did for the first Jaclyn Hill palette, they would have like a boom in business because that stuff's amazing. Alright, so I kind of just brought it in up there, like all the way up here, and I brought it in like here in the middle and like right here on the bottom, and then I'm going to use that lighter shade and bring it in that way. So I just cleaned my brush off. I'm going to dip into this color right here. It's this is more of a satin color. It's not quite a shimmer, so You'll see in a second. I might have to wet this color. Nope, I don't. So you can see it there. And like I said, it's not like a crazy shimmer. It's like a satin. And it'll kind of give me almost a cut crease effect when I bring it up to my crease. So I think that's all I'm going to do on my eyes today. I like how it came out so far. So for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight, I am actually going to use the Nomad highlighter because I feel like it'd be a nice color for it. Here it is right there. It looks very white on camera, but when you swatch it, I swatched it on me already, but it's, let's see if I can get it. It's like a golden champagne-y color, so it should work good with this. And I'm just going to use that in this little teeny tiny brush I have. This is a e.l.f. small smudger brush. But I use this a lot of times for my inner corner. I don't use it for smudging. Yeah, same nail highlight would be good for that. Hear my neighbors outside. Cracks me up. You don't hear a peep until I start recording. And it's not them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just my luck. Alright, so there's the inner corner highlight on both sides. Do my brow bone up here. And I try to do this before I do my mascara or anything because I don't want to get this into my eyelashes, and especially because I'm putting on false lashes. There we go. And I'm also going to use this as my highlight today. So where's my highlighting brush? Right here, my regular Milani. This is the all over blending brush I use as a highlight brush. It's actually bigger than the pan of the highlight. It is a beautiful color though. I really like it. I knew I was going to like it. It's a little bit light for my skin, but like it'll give that ashy look almost at different angles. It is beautiful highlight though. Love it. Right there at the bridge of my nose, straight down. My kids have a half day of school today too. Oh, that's really pretty. I like it. Well, maybe when I get a little bit lighter this winter, even though I even use the lighter foundation, maybe it'll match me then. Alright. So there's all that. I'm going to put on my liner, which I'm just going to use a regular black eyeliner, and my mascara, and then I will come back and do my lashes. Alright, so I put a tiny bit of mascara on. I did my eyeliner. I didn't put too much mascara on because I don't like putting on too much before my lashes. So what I do for my lashes is, because I don't like to squeeze out the glue onto my lashes and totally coat them and destroy them. So I have this little brush. I think it's Real Techniques. Yeah, it's Real Techniques. I think it's a liner brush, but it has a silicone tip. Sorry, it has lash glue on it. It has a silicone tip on it here. And what I do is I get the glue out on that, and then I put it onto my lashes. So I've already coated my, like I said, my lashes in mascara lightly. And now I just take a little bit of glue onto my little Real Techniques silicone thing. I trimmed these lashes already also. I'm going to put the glue right on the band. If I need more, I'll get more, but actually I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. It makes it easier. I just put like a clump of glue. You can see it right there on the back of my hand, so I can dip the little brush in it and go across it. I've never seen anybody else do this. I might be wrong, but this is the only way I can really put false lashes on. Alright, so with my left, this side on first, I'm going to use my little mirror. Probably should have let it get a little tackier. I did take a little bit of black liner, well, black eyeshadow with the brush, and put it on my lash line area, so that way you can't really see the lash band once I get them on. There we go. And I don't really use tweezers often. I rather use my hand. For me personally, it's easier until I have to squeeze them together, until I, blend the lashes together. Then I'll use tweezers. Sorry. The lashes are still very, very difficult for me. Now you guys aren't going to be used to seeing me with them. I like my regular lashes, and I feel like they kill your regular lashes, but there's one. And you can see the band in the front here. I'll fix that with some eyeshadow. There we go. The other lash. This one had like the perfect shape to it. It should be a little easier. So I just take it, try and line it up a little bit. Oh, that didn't work out. There we go. So literally just like pop it in place. You can see that one came on a lot easier. I think the glue was a little bit tackier on this one than the other one. There we go. So there's the lashes on. They seem like crazy dramatic to me, but I'm going to throw a little bit of mascara over it. So I'm going to get my Soap and Glory and coat my lashes in mascara. Soap and Glory mascara is my absolute favorite. I've had it for quite a while. It hasn't dried up on me. I know it's past the, recommended dates that you're supposed to use them, but I'm just going to make my lashes cohesive with the false lashes. And it's better if you wait for them to dry totally, but I didn't do that. So, I have this LA Colors, I think. Yeah, LA Colors Auto Lip Liner, and it's in the shade Edgy. I'm just going to put this on real quick. It's a mess. My hands are shaky from doing the lashes. I don't normally do them on camera because it takes me a long time normally, but... Alright, my lips are lined lightly. I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte liquid lip color in Pink Blink. That's the name of it. This is my favorite one so far. It's like a perfect pinky nude for me. If you have a similar skin tone to me, give this a shot because it's really nice. It looks beautiful. Alright. So, let's see. I'm going to zoom these out a little bit. Alright, so this is my completed look with the lashes and everything. I'm just going to set it with some setting spray. There we go. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys enjoyed everything I did. I hope you liked the look. I hope you liked the colors I used for the shadow and all my new products. And that's it. So I hope you liked the video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Sorry to itch. Bye, guys.